I am the creator of GameSearch-AI, which I'm going to show to you today. GameSearch-AI is an application that I'm developing for basically helping you e-scout for your hunting season that's coming up. This app works with all sorts of game animals. Thankfully, artificial intelligence is very good at all sorts of different things. So it can help you with white-tailed deer, it can help you with elk, it can help you with black bears, it can help you with really whatever you want. Yeah, so the app basically works by, I'll show you just quickly like our sort of landing page. We're going to start out with, we're going to find our location that we want to analyze. We can just basically navigate to it like we're on Google Maps, or we can type in a latitude, longitude that you can also pick up from your Google Maps and Onyx and things like that. And then we take the region that we want to analyze, and then we send it over to an AI, and it basically picks apart the satellite imagery and does our e-scouting for us. So, obviously, like the more information that you have that goes into your search, the better for your preparedness for hunting. But we're hoping that this helps you get ideas and helps you clarify your thinking when it comes to finding land. So the end goal is we want to give you a result like this. We want to tell you in a sort of like numbered way and easy to read way, where should you be hunting in your land. To sign up for the service, all you need to do is log in with a Google account. When I go in, I will be able to start working right away to find hunting spots. So right now I'm on my sort of like analysis page. Here is a drop down. Currently, I have like a fixed set of things to look at. This is going to change. It's going to expand. I currently live in New York, so I have sort of like the species I've been interested in hunting so far, and I've been kind of testing this rigorously, like in this area, in this region, to prove it out. So right now I'm looking at white-tailed deer, and these are kind of past locations that I've looked to analyze. So this is kind of something you'll see on your account, is the ability to save your searches and look at them. So we'll just go up and we're going to look at like the Adirondacks or something like that. So yeah, West Canada Mountain is kind of a beautiful area in the New York Adirondack region. Kind of zooming out, we're in here. I think this is right near Old Forge. Let's go to terrain view, and we can really like find a nice like area next to one of the big roads so that we can try and find a good spot to hunt. We can check out on our street view that has a lot of state land in there, and we'll look at the Ha-de-Ronda Wilderness. This is an area that I've actually gone to quite a few times. I've hunted over here, but I don't really have the greatest sense of what it's going to tell me for deer hunting and where I should be deer hunting. So we can start out with a fairly big analysis. I know actually from being here that there's parking on this Highway 28. And we're just going to select a region in that gives us like a good overview of the land. And we can swap between satellite view and street view and terrain in order to just make sure we've got the right spot for us to analyze. And I'm actually going to just select the region again. I want to get a little bit of this lake for just more context for the AI so that it knows where we want to look. So let's hit analyze. So what we've done is we've set it up to look at white-tailed deer in this area. So it's going to kick off a search to it's going to send off the bounds we've selected to, and it's going to send that off to artificial intelligence. It's going to look at the same sort of imagery that you're viewing with your own eyes, and it's going to break down the image for what kind of details are in the satellite imagery, what kind of details are in the terrain map, and it's going to take all of that into account and come up with some of the best spots in the area that it believes you can hunt. It doesn't know everything about the land, so we're going to come up with updates in the future so that you can do things like add what sort of season you're going to be hunting. You're going to be able to add any other information that you know about the land into the search so that you can just have as best of a chance for it to give you the right knowledge. This search will always, and unfortunately, it will take about 30 seconds for the results to come in. This is because AIs take a long time to think about things, and they do so because they're considering a lot of factors, and I'm using the most advanced models to that reason about your information in order to get results. So what we've got here is our analysis page. You can see that it spat out a bunch of areas that we can check out. These points are pretty close to each other, so I kind of like that because it might mean that we don't have to. It might be that it's worth it to hunt like this region and this zone, so that you're not wasting energy up at Big Otter Lake, which is about 6 miles in. You might be able to go in a couple miles and be in a good spot. Let's check out this sort of what we've got. We've got it's sort of highlighting this like higher elevation area overlooking some water, and it's kind of like at the top of a mountain, and then also down into some like swampy drainages. So let's check out down here. We've got a general description of the area. We're looking at the Adirondack region, New York, Neothendara, mixed coniferous and deciduous forests, numerous lakes, pond streams, Moose River Mountain, with an elevation of 670 meters. Sometimes it kind of references different units. Yeah, we have a kind of a general description, and we have recommendations to help you get in and hunt, both safely and considering the right things. But up to our points again, we're gonna just take a look and see what it's sort of thinking about when it comes to choosing these points. So it doesn't order it always in the best spot, so be careful of that. But for our number one, it's green because it's high confidence, and it's telling us to go hunt a saddle located on a ridge extending southwest from the main peak of Moose River Mountain, and it explains why saddles are good for hunting. And it mentions that it's forested and providing cover, and it's also remote, so you're not seeing as much human activity, and you'll be looking at like normal deer patterns. So let's see, yeah, we do have a bit of a funnel. We see that like over here it's a bit high. You can see these contour lines are creating like a ridge that kind of heads up, and then there's sort of like this Mink Run stream that comes down, which puts a depression in the land. So that's cool. Like it is right off a trail, so it's something we can access, and it's near some water, and so I agree. Like I like it. I do think that these forests tend to be hard to find deer, so like just narrowing this down for us is really nice. I'm curious about this number 2. This is kind of also looking like a bit of a funnel, but it's also near a few different like converging like water drainages. This location focuses on stream corridors that flows southeast into Beaver Pond and originating from the northwestern flanks of Moose River Mountain. So we've got, it's looking at like, it likes the riparian areas or areas that have water and lush vegetation. And so, it's basically saying that this area is likely to have good cover for deer and also water sources for them. And so I like it. And it's talking about, I think it does like, so you got like, sometimes these points are not like, it's not saying this is exactly where you need to go. It's focusing on the stream corridor. So it's these streams going down into Beaver Pond, but it's also the valley of Beaver Pond in general. So there's a ridge system running here. So I think that it's sort of looking at this this sloped area, the eastern slope of this ridge as being good, and also the northern side. So that's really interesting. These medium areas, these are medium confidence. They're definitely good to look at. Like all of these being close is kind of suggesting that, if you could probably find a spot and sit, or you could go out and still hunt around all these areas. This looks like I think this is about like, if you were to travel between the points, I think it'd be a mile to get out there, a mile and a half or so, to 2 miles. And then you would be looking at like a 2-mile hike during the day hunting to actually view all of these areas. So it's kind of cool, like decent chance that you would be able to get in a pretty nice hunt in just that little condensed area. This isn't always what happens. Like it will it'll highlight, other areas which are not as easy to access, and it just tells you kind of what it brings your sanity up. So you say you don't always have to go as super deep out into the land. You might be okay just like going over one ridge rather than five ridges. So just kind of giving you that peace of mind. As you can see, I have an ability, like I do want to integrate as much as I can with Onyx. Onyx has been one of my favorite technologies to use while hunting. Onyx can take your coordinates from all of these points and then create markers on your map, on your Onyx map, that can let you use it offline. Currently, like I'm looking into like ways to export this data, maybe like into a PDF or something like that you can take out there. But Onyx is a great way to like enjoy this. When you export to Onyx, you will end up with a downloadable file that you can import directly into Onyx and use. Yeah, thank you for taking a look at GameSearch-AI. Really excited. I have so many ideas on how to improve this, and I'm looking forward to having people help me come up with ideas as well. So yeah, thank you very much for checking this out, and peace.